Yes, people, another live stream for you guys. 2 hours probably. Had to bring the main man ads back on here. What are you telling me, bro?
Come on, bro. Work never stops.
You know what I mean? Obviously, first training session done. Thomas Tuchel, obviously, all the reports come out, all the picks come out. There's some interesting topics that we definitely need to be speaking about. Obviously, everyone that's tuned in, if you can, smash the like button as it helps out this channel. Subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the bell notification. And tomorrow's live stream preview will be around 11 a.m., 12 p.m. UK time with Younes Talks Football. And also, as of course, that'll be coming on. So make sure you guys come on to that. Big up everyone as well. Blue FT, man, I'll send you the link as well. Come and join, obviously. But look, first topic we'll be speaking about Hudson-Odoi. Apparently, he's a massive fan of the player, and it's about time we get some credit for this guy, fam. This guy needs to start playing every game. You know what I mean?
It's about time, bro. It's about time, fam. I've been waiting for this for ages, bro. Let's see if it holds up in it, because we've heard it before. These man, oh yeah, Hudson-Odoi's got the talent. He doesn't work as hard, but bro, he needs a shot, man. It's getting to the time where if he doesn't start playing, bro, he's gonna leave. He's 20 years old. He needs to see first team football regularly, man. You know what I'm saying? It's about time someone rates him. We knew that when Tuchel came for the interviews and he named all the academy players, we knew that like he knows what he's talking about when it comes to the young players, innit? But we need to see it now, bro. We need to see it.
100%. Obviously, the news came out from The Guardian about an hour ago, Wesley Snipes. So, obviously, you know, I'm very excited. I'm hoping, like I said, we finally see action, man, rather than just words. But, you know, looking at Thomas Tuchel, obviously, he looks fire, man. Obviously, I'm gassed. First day, obviously, innit? I'm gassed. You know what I mean?
Gassed, bro. Man's gassed. Man's gassed.
I mean, so, what are you saying, father, man? Good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just enjoying my dinner, man.
Yeah, what are you having?
Just normal McDonald's, you know. I'm not eating GDK today.
Say no. Listen. Kante, apparently also, he needs to start persuading him to stay. He's unsettled with what's going on. He doesn't want to get on the political side. Crazy, fam. Like, Kante, can't believe it, ads. What are you telling me about this?
Gee, Kante, you wouldn't expect it, like. You wouldn't expect these reports to come out about Kante, man. But I don't know, man. We don't want to get rid of him, bro. He's still a valuable asset to our club. Obviously, we see the best out of Kante when he's in a two-man midfield, bro. So the way I see it is, we either get a player to partner him there, or we might as well just cash out on him, because playing him there by himself, it simply don't work, bro. So either you're gonna cash out and then find someone that does. In my opinion, Declan Rice would be good for that, but whatever, the club don't want him because their pride's too high. They don't want to sign a player who they released from their academy years ago. But bro, Kante under Lampard, not the same Kante. We all know that, bro. We all know he hasn't been the same Kante under Lampard. He showed glimpses of his quality, but he's not the same Kante that we know and love, bro. I mean, that's the way I see it, G. Either we get a partner for him. I would love for him to stay. We just need a partner for him, and we need someone to sit there next to him. And Matic, you see the partnership that him and Matic had, bro.
Pivoting, yeah.
Ridiculous, bro.
I mean, look, I hope Kante stays. I'll be very surprised if he leaves. But when I read that report about Unsettled, obviously it's still early, but I'm not really surprised. We didn't really hear anything about Kante all this time, so this is the first report that we've seen on it.
Our thing is because of, let's not forget the injury list that he's been out for.
Your mic's bugging out.
Check. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, like I said about Kante. Yeah, Kante. Let's look at Kante's injury list under Lampard. Most of them are mainly hamstring injuries. I think he hasn't been looked the same since Conte's season, though. Under Sarri season, yeah, I can understand like he put Kante alongside Jorginho, but under Lampard, for me, I think because of his injury, I think he's not looked the same as before.
I know, but still, man, his quality is still as high, isn't it? Like, we can't really get rid of him. He's one of our top players at this club. We need him to help out Tuchel, you know, sort out the team, get used to the team, of course. I feel like, yeah, might need to assess it at the end of the season, obviously, but he's very, very important. I'm hoping he stays, of course. I don't think any of us want him to go, personally. But obviously, if the opportunity comes, it's got to be considered 100%. Ads, what's your take on Zakaria?
Zakaria is a good player, but I'm not sure he's exactly what we need, because Dennis Zakaria is not the best on the ball. Similarly to Kante, he's more of a destroyer in the midfield. So I think if we need to get if we're gonna pursue with a one man at the base of midfield, then we got to go with someone who's more like technically gifted, but can also do the defensive side of it as well. Because, like I said, bro, it's either we play Kante on the 2, or there's not much point of him playing there on his 1s, because it's not only that that's not his best position. Yeah, the second thing is we're giving him too much work to do. When we're playing this formation with the 2 attacking 8s, yeah, it gives him too much responsibility and way too much for him to do, which he just can't handle anymore, bro. Like, the engines run out of fuel a bit.
Technically gifted,
fuel, you know.
technically gifted, and someone that can get the best out of Kante, in my point of view. But
yeah.
Sure.
I mean, Kovacic, Mount, Jorginho, really? We can't really sell all these man, bro. Like, doesn't really make sense. You know, I mean, I'm reading all your comments, you lot, man. Joey, what are you telling me, bro? Everyone that's tuned in, got over 70 people tuned in. Smash the like button. We need as many likes as possible. It's free, man. Click the thing. Subscribe, as I said, preview tomorrow around 11 a.m., 12 p.m. with Younes Talks Football and ads. So make sure you tune in. Who said sell Mount? Did anyone say sell Mount?
Someone said sell man, bro. I don't know what they're talking about, bro. It's a madness.
Ericsson wins the derby. Oh, what? Is it finished?
I swear. Bro, I was watching that game. The thing that happened with Lukaku and Ibra was nuts. Nuts, bro.
What happened? What happened?
Bro, my man said, yeah, Ibra was saying some madnesses. He was like, go do your music thing. You're dead. You're a donkey. And he started saying stuff about my man's mum. And he's like, oh, you're talking about my mum. You're talking about my mum. And then Lukaku started talking about his wife. And he's like, come to the tunnel. Come to the tunnel. And that. Madness, bro. Man, Lukaku was proper vexed, bro. Like, he looked like he was in the smoking, bro.
Is this real? Legit?
Yeah, bro, it's a serious thing, G. They look mad, bro. It was crazy.
No red cards?
Nah,
the head card though is real.
He got sent off for a second yellow, innit? In the second half, he got
sent
off.
Who got sent off?
Ibra, for a foul.
So apparently Ericsson scored last minute, 96 minutes, you lot, fam.
That's crazy, fam.
Madness.
Mad.
What was the cup final?
Semi. Tomori played well as well. Tomori was playing good, fam.
Mad thing.
Crazy, bro.
I didn't even know about it. It wasn't even trending, fam. I didn't even see it. That's mad still. Obviously the game tomorrow, man. We'll try and talk about it as much as we can.
Is that 6 o'clock? Yeah, the game. I
swear, man. You need to wake up early. You need to wake up early tomorrow. Hey, Marquinhos. Yes, Marquinhos in the title. Ads. Obviously, you wanted him. You was chatting to me in my previous video about him. You know, is it must guarantee first purchase for him?
I mean, I think that if we were to go for any centre-back, I mean, for me, we should look at an established centre-back rather than going for one with potential, because we're at the point in time where we've got a lot of young and inexperienced players in our team, and I think we need someone more established and someone who's been through those big matches, because as you've seen this season, the abundance of youth players, you can see the decision making in the games isn't the best. We need someone who's actually going to take the game by the scruff of the neck and sort it out accordingly, innit? Marquinhos, quality player, bro. He's been at PSG for years. Him and Thiago sit over quality backline partnership. Obviously, he moved into the base of the midfield once Kimpembe got himself into the team. But regardless of that, he's still a quality centre-back, man. Like, top class, bro. Be perfect for our team.
Obviously, Father wanted Upamecano, but we kind of want someone.
I don't mind. It's his opinion. I mean, I agree with some of the points that Ad said, yeah. But I think Upamecano, like, for me, can be one of the biggest prospects. But it's just my opinion. But yeah.
Arsenal winning 3-1. Did they go ahead of us or same points or what?
Go ahead of us.
You're joking.
Nah, they go ahead.
So we're moving 10th. Is that what you're telling me?
They're a point above us with a game in hand, so we have to win tomorrow.
We've got a game in hand. They got a game in hand.
We've got a game in hand.
I was gonna say, obviously,
we have to win tomorrow. If we win tomorrow, we go 2 points above them. 3 points above Southampton.
That's crazy, man. Other side of the coin, you lot, make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel. He does Chelsea content. He'll be doing a preview with a Wolves fan in about 20 minutes, I think, or 15 minutes. So go check it out as well. Should we revolve the team around Ziyech? I feel like the most important thing for Tuchel and the board, they want obviously Havertz and Werner to be the main points, obviously big signings that were made.
You know where it is with Ziyech, yeah? With Ziyech, I think that's the player I'm most confident that's going to make a drastic improvement once Tuchel comes in. Because if you've listened to Tuchel speaks, he speaks about players in expressing themselves in the front three and not having too much pressure, as I was saying earlier. So once they're in the final third, it's all about their natural instincts as an attacker and what they have to do: collect the ball, drive, take shots, whatever it takes. Yeah. And with Ziyech so far this season in Lampard's system, it's like he's out wide too much, man. And that's not where you want to see him, bro. You don't want to see him whipping in crosses all the time. You want to see him cutting in and taking shots, cutting in, creating from the middle. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just see him stuck out wide the whole time, linking up with Reece James. So I think now that Tuchel's going to give him the opportunity to express himself, I think you're going to see a big improvement in Ziyech and his performances.
I mean, I'm hoping to see him improving all our wingers personally, man. Like,
for sure.
I was telling you about Pulisic. I feel like he's obviously arguably our best talent winger, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but I feel like he can take it to the next level. And I think under Tuchel, obviously he's already been playing under him when he was younger. I feel like he can get the best out of him. So I'm hoping to see more goals at least from the guy. He's not been injured, which is very good as well, staying fit. And it's going to be interesting to see how he plays, man. Obviously, Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, we've got Pulisic, Havertz, Mount. I don't know how these men are going to fit in what formation either, fam. Like, I just want to know what formation, isn't it? But it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all about him creating the right balance, man, and not getting too caught up in finding one team and sticking with it, because then you're just going to leave the fringe players happening the same thing that happened to Lampard, man. So it's important that everyone gets incorporated, everyone gets their fair amount of minutes, and that it's not just one set team, because we've seen with Lampard before, when he finds a good team that's playing well at the time, he runs them into the ground, and then these players' performances go from here to here because their energy levels drops, and then they start performing a lot worse. So it's important to keep the rotation going, because we've got a big squad for a reason, man. It's not there for no reason.
Yeah, 100. Can you imagine if Tuchel plays the whole youth team? I highly doubt that.
Oh no, I think he's gonna put some time probably during the FA Cup matches, you know. But,
yeah. I mean, why is no one talking about Billy Goat? I mean, we spoke about him quite a lot in our last stream anyway.
By the way, check out the last video about Billy Gilmore.
Yeah, we spoke about him quite often, but do you guys think he's going to be featuring? Just a quick summary.
Yeah. Hopefully a little bit more than he's featuring under Lampard, but of course, football should be a meritocracy, and it just depends on your performances.
Again, that base go back to that based on merit thing again. That's a take.
I mean, hopefully we stick to it this time, because some players that were doing well weren't really. Oh no, here we go. Yesterday, my man said Tammy was better than Giroud, and they got into my agree with it still. Lord, man.
My God.
These lot. Come on, you lot, man. Seriously. Guys, we got over 115 people tuned in. Keep liking the video, man. Push it to 100 likes at least, man. Resign Oscar.
Oscar?
No? Yeah, he done an interview. He done an interview today. He said he wants to come and retire at Chelsea.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Now
you know what? No, send him to a retirement home.
Arsenal. Yeah, man. Well, ads, you not on it, Oscar?
Nah, man. Man's been talking about a return ever since the cup, man. He can't get enough of it, fam. He loves us too much, bro.
Baller, fam.
Baller until Mourinho turned into a workhorse.
Yeah, and then kind of change them up. You lot, let me know where you lot tuning in from, what country, what time, and keep liking the video, man. Gilmore can be his variety. Maybe. Same with Kovacic, no?
Yeah. Stylistically, it's more of a Kovacic type player.
Connections bugging out. Would you not think Gilmore variety?
Stylistically, variety is more like Kovacic in terms that he picks up the ball and keeps it moving, dribbling and stuff. But of course, you never know, man. It's good to see that Tuchel's worked with a small profile of player, like someone who's actually small in height, and he doesn't have a problem with it. Because some managers would just be like, nah, I need a big man in there to win me the tackles and the headers and the duels. But the fact that he can incorporate these players into his team is cool, man. Hopefully, Gilmore gets his time.
I mean, what about his size, man? The height, as he was just saying, obviously, I feel like it's gonna play a huge part, man.
No, it could do it, but it just depends on how you look at the game, bro. It depends how you look at the game of football. If you prefer if you think it's more valuable for someone to keep your possession and keep the ball moving, or it's more valuable for someone to win your duels and win your headers and tackles.
Yeah. Who's coaching Chelsea? This, this guy here. This guy here.
One day, bro.
This guy here. Okay, it's pronounced Tuchel. Yeah, apparently, what is it? Tuchel or Tuchel? You look.
Nah, it's Tuchel.
So why didn't you correct me then?
I've been saying Tuchel myself as well. I keep messing it up in it. It's
Thomas
just,
Tuchel. What do you think of Tuchel appointment? Was it a good move? Guys, we've spoken in our last stream, and we've done an hour on it, hour and a half, I think it was, an hour and 20 minutes or something on the last stream about what, an hour or two ago. This one's gonna be about the title, people. Obviously, we've spoken about it. So if you've got any other questions, let me know, man. Where did you get the Kante study from? Everything is from the Guardian. Everything that's come out today is all Guardian, man. Last hour or two, so you can go check it out. He's German, not French. He's talking about the manager.
yeah.
I think, but he can speak French.
He can speak French. Obviously, he was in PSG, innit? He must have learned it. Oh yeah, you lot see this? Lampard to Sheffield United.
No.
Ooh.
Is that
Is
real?
it? I heard it as well. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard
Surely
it.
they're not gonna sack Wilder though. Surely.
Why not? They've only got like one win or something.
Nah, of course, bro. But the Wilder.
He can come in. He can come in as a Wilder assistant, but yeah, just learn
That's
from
assistant. From Chelsea manager to assistant. Can you imagine it?
Oh snap! Hey, you man. Listen, Christian Pulisic is a doubt for Chelsea to face Wolves due to a minor leg injury suffered on Sunday.
I don't know if that's true, but we'll have to see tomorrow, though.
BBC Sport just said.
I'm not really buying that news that much, to be fair.
He was in training today, though.
He
was in training.
He was in a good shape in the training session, you know.
Yeah.
Minor though, Hudson-Odoi deserves to play this. It's cool, fam. Doesn't matter.
No, but how does that make sense? The guy was in training, bro. Like, how does that make sense?
Nah, but
You're
if it's
footballer, fam. Tell us.
if it's just a little tweak, yeah, you can still play on it sometimes. But it's just like, you know what I'm saying, especially with Pulisic's injury record, it's just not best to risk it in a match situation. But mine anyway, good. Cho deserves his chance, bro. It's good that he can get a game.
Well, Justice will be vexed at you right now if he was on here. But what else we got here? Guys, I don't know if you don't watch tomorrow. He came on quite early, didn't he? There was an injury or something, right?
Yeah. I was watching a game. He came on in the 20th minute because Kaya, the AC Milan centre back, got injured, and he played well, bro. He looked decent on the ball. He stopped one goal because Lukaku was literally like a couple of yards in front of the goal, and he just slid in and took him out. But yeah, bro, he was playing good for me. He done his thing. It was a good debut.
Yeah. Very quickly, who's playing West Brom?
Man City.
What's happened to West Brom? Something happened just now.
Oh, it's
Nothing
that
much.
It's that 5-0.
Oh, seeing. 5-0, did you say?
It's that 5-0, bro. It's a madness.
Flipping over. Oh, yeah, by the way, Eriksen scored, yeah, but I swear he was frozen out by Kante or something. Like he wasn't getting game time or something.
Yeah, he was frozen out, but then Conte came out and he said that like he's trying to play Eriksen on a deeper role rather than playing him further up the pitch. And then he's played a couple of games recently since.
Say no more. Well, do you think Zappacosta will challenge? Yeah, of course, he's gonna be first choice. Zappacosta's gonna be first choice, you know.
I can't tell this guy's joking.
He's not trolling, by the way. He's not trolling. My guy's 11 years old. He's not trolling, bro. Give him some respect. He's younger, bro. Guys, it's confirmed. Tuchel, is it Tuchel, yeah? Tuchel, yeah. Tuchel is my dad's friend probably, and he will play 3-5-2 tomorrow with Mendy, Azpi, Thiago, Zuma, Chile, Gilmore, Mount, Havertz, Werner, Havertz.
What was your one Mount again?
There's two Havertz here, G. Yo, Chelsea 1905, man. Type that again, man, and in proper English, please. Chelsea, you know. Look, we'll speak about it again quickly. What do you guys think about Tuchel? I'm very happy with the appointment. He's very good, and people are sleeping on him. No, I'd say he's not good enough.
It's okay, fair.
Tell me then, what's your thoughts on him? The viewers need to know, G. Not everyone watched, G.
I told you, bro. Tuchel, good manager, bro. He's the best available right now for us. So I'm like, he plays the youth once again. He's fluid with his formations, bro. He knows what he's talking about. He's an experienced manager, which is crucial, bro. He's been managing for 14 years now, not Lampard, who's managed for a year. We needed someone to come and solidify the team and steady the ship. And I think that's what he'll do. I'm not going to judge him for the rest of this season because he's not going to have time to implement his philosophy as well as he would like to. So we'll give him the pre-season and we'll give him next season. And then that's when we'll properly judge him next season. But as for Tuchel, good manager, bro. Let's just hope he gets the team selections right. And hopefully he does his thing, though. But obviously the only slight issue is the issues that he's constantly had with the boards. And you know what the Chelsea boards, like Marina ends up falling out with every manager at the club. So that's the only slight concern. But hopefully after they've looked at him twice, once in 2018 and once now, they shouldn't have any problems in that matter.
Good points. I spoke about Dembele a few days ago, father, man. Do you think we'll even look at this guy anymore?
It depends. Like, where is he now? Is he in Barcelona or?
Yeah.
I don't think we necessarily need him.
We don't need any wingers.
Depends what kind of context you're talking about. Is like, for example, we already got Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah.
That's a good yes stuff.
Let me read this. Hang on. Oh wait, my bad. Mendy goalkeeper, azpiliecueta, Thiago, Zuma, Chile, Reese. Oh, so what? Three at the back. Okay, Mount, Billy, Ziyech, Werner, Havertz.
That'd be interesting.
Fair enough. I mean, I'll be very surprised with that lineup personally, but let's see what happens, man. Man said, what was he chatting about, man? Wait, bro, you know what? Every time in the comments, there's always a different convo, fam. Yo, Declan Rice, man. Stop spamming comments, bro. I'm trying to get through all of them, bro. If he wasn't good, then people need to realize he's the only man to do better than Klopp at Dortmund. The thing is, Klopp was there for what, 7 years?
Yeah, of course he does. But he has the best win percentage in League One history. Of course, it's not the best league, whatever, and PSG have a super team, but it's still a good stat to take on. And he was unbeaten at home for 2 years with Dortmund. So hopefully Stamford Bridge becomes a fortress again for him.
Yeah, I mean, I like this comment. Jorginho or Boston midfield. What do you lot think?
Go on, Father, you speak, bro.
Huh? How can you violate my guy?
Days.
How can you violate like that?
Oh my days, Jorginho, yeah. I hate being controversial, but I don't think he's going to start tomorrow, you know?
I was being a bit sarcastic about Jorginho, by the way, but I was just trying to see a reaction, if you're going to buy it or not.
I don't think he's going to start tomorrow, Jorginho. You
see, Jorginho, I'm so hit and miss with him, bro. I'm bare hit and miss with him because especially, you know, Lampard, I think under Sarri, he was a good player, bro. He had a good season for us. And then again, for the first half of the season, Lampard last year, he was good. And then just before and after lockdown, he went to normal Jorginho as we see him now. This season, he's done nothing. But there's still a player in there. But I think Jorginho just needs a manager that will trust him. You know what I'm saying? Not a manager that doesn't really properly implement him in his system, but a manager that will actually give him the role that he needs and let him do what he wants. But I don't know. He's hit and miss, bro. I don't think Jorginho is a bad player, though. Definitely not.
Obviously, he's not a bad player. He's a good footballer. It just depends on whether he can suit the way we want to play in it. That's the only bad thing. So obviously, the manager will know if he's good enough or not. If he isn't, most of these men will be dropped anyway. I think after 3 games, he will know roughly 3 or 4 games who should be playing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So you might see Kepa playing, you might see Jorginho playing, you might see Alonso play 1 game, yeah. But you won't see these men feature throughout the season, bro. Like he has to try everyone based on merit, innit? What we got here? Tuchel only had a fallout with Dortmund board because he did not want to play the day after the boss.
Was it him to let Lewandowski go to Bayern Munich, or was it Klopp?
No.
I mean, Lewandowski nearly went to Blackburn.
No, it's time ago, G.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
But something happened. Something happened in that time where forgot it was like a volcano thing or something. I can't remember. off the top of my head.
They couldn't fly. It was the Iceland. In Iceland, that volcano erupted, and then the flights got cancelled.
That's so peak, fam.
Yeah, it worked out for him anyway, bro. Man doesn't want to be playing in Blackburn.
Yeah. So I'm trying to invite just as quickly. Give me a sec. Bear with me. What we got here? Hi, my name is Genius Carl, and I see the future. And before people call me cringe or yeah, whatever, I want to say that it's actually true. I do see the future, and Chelsea win 2-0. My friend, if we have that lineup and we win 2-0, I'll buy you something when you come on the stream tomorrow. Honestly. Who's playing? What? Lewandowski had the private plane for that.
Huh?
Lewandowski he had a private jet for it.
So I don't even know stuff. Can't lie. Just know the
I don't know what is on about, G. Yo, mama, how are you? I'm good, bro. How are you? Guys, we're on 71 likes, man. Keep liking the video. Pushed it over 100. We got just as he heard Addy talking about Hudson-Odoi better than Pulisic. He's like, bring me on, fam. He's getting angry. So here he is. What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Not much.
You good?
Another day. You know what? I'm optimistic for the first time in a long time about the team.
Yeah.
You could see Frank losing the team very early in the season. If you go back, I've started to go back and started to look at our performances.
Yeah.
And I really can't point to but a handful of performances that we actually played well in. You know, that you would be like, yeah, that's what we want to see. The rest of them, we kind of got lucky to win.
So against which team? Sorry, against which team?
Well, some of our Champions League.
Yeah.
But in the league, I mean, some early games, but the rest of them, I didn't think we played very well. I think there was a lot missing from our game, and that could come down to people, you know, the players not knowing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
that was one of the reports that came out. If we're going to talk about those reports, if he's not giving clear instruction to players, then you know they're going to be lost, and that's something that Tuchel does very well. He will tell you exactly what you need to be doing when you need to be doing it, and he will set guidelines for these players. So, my question for everybody that says Callum Hudson-Odoi needs to be a bang-on starter is please tell me the game that you watched against Premier League opponents that he just dominated.
just as let me say something. I know what you're gonna say about the Luton game coming on. People are tired. Fair enough. That's cool. But every time we played like a top 6 team, he contributes. I don't care if Chelsea have lost. The players still contributed when no one else did. And for me, we need players that have those kind of stats that help the team, because right now we can't really rely on anyone. You know, Timo Werner's off, not on confidence. No one's performing. Okay, so when we look at Hudson-Odoi's stats, whether it's an assist, whether it's a goal, he's put those figures in. And Pulisic, for me, as I told you, I think he's going to go to the next level now. I think with the new manager, we're going to see even better. And that's what I want to see from this player, because I think he should be on that level, because he has not been on that level, bro. Like,
okay, again, you still haven't told me which match that he's done that against Premier League opposition.
Come on, he's started 3 Premier League games. He's only started 3.
What's the
Okay.
debate?
why Hudson-Odoi should start?
He's only started
That's
3
right
Premier
now on
League games.
recent
And against
form.
Aston Villa, he played well as well. He played well when he played against Aston Villa in the Prem.
Every time he started and played well, except for Leicester, he's been dropped for no reason, personally.
Yeah.
He scores in the Champions League and then he gets left out of the match they scored on the weekend, and you want this guy to form some consistency. How's that possible?
He hasn't been given a fair chance.
Not at all. Not at all.
Against the man. This is all from a manager who wanted nothing more than promote the youth from Kabul. That's what we're talking about, right?
Oh my
You're talking,
days.
no. put this together. If he wasn't playing because the manager that wanted to play the youth from Cobham wasn't playing him, whose issue is that?
I still blame the manager for it, but at the same time, at the start of the season, he did have a few defensive issues. I'll be honest with you, he shouldn't be starting some of those games for sure because he wasn't doing basics. Apparently, he wasn't tracking back, he wasn't defending, all that stuff. But he kept coming on in interviews saying he's improving, he's showing what he's doing, what he's capable of and stuff. But he wasn't getting that opportunity still, and the problem was the manager, literally the manager. Whether it's Pulisic with Hudson-Odoi or whether it's Hakan Ziyech with Hudson-Odoi, we should have seen them feature a lot more, bro. Like, honestly, 3 starts, it's criminal, man. It's absolute criminal. And I'm hoping the manager that we have now plays him and Pulisic a lot more because I feel these two should be the star man of this team. Honestly, they should be doing a lot right now, in my opinion.
I happen to think that by the end of the season, it'd be Ziyech is going to be the man out.
We'll see, bro. Like, Ziyech could play in the middle. We don't know the formation yet.
You don't know the formation, but if he plays 4-2-2-2,
yeah,
he's gonna want max pace. That's how Tuchel likes to play.
He changes it a lot, bro. He changes it a lot, man. We don't know yet.
Yes, he does change it a lot. But look at the players that he's coached. Look at I guess you all didn't watch him at Dortmund. I did. Dembele, Aubameyang, Royce, Pulisic. All these men have one thing in common. They're very, very good on the ball, very, very good in pace. Now, whether Ziyech and Frank had a falling out, I have not seen the best from Ziyech at all this season. Everything that we thought we were going to see, in the Brighton game in preseason. And yeah, he can still ping in crosses, but beating men and, being the Ziyech that we saw against us in the Champions League, I haven't seen any of that yet.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. That's the thing, though. Like, the whole team has been shocking, and also, this. I totally understand what you're saying about Dortmund, but when you come to Premier League, Premier League standards are a lot tougher. Like, you can't think the things that you're going to implement are going to happen straight away. And look, it's still early to judge what's going to happen. We can't even say what's going to be the starting lineup. We can't, kind of debate what's going to be happening. We need to see a few games, and you're going to be seeing even Kepa playing one game out of these games probably. Like, you can't take it too serious. No, honestly,
maybe not.
Kepa play one game.
Let me get
One
Lewis
of the
on
rats.
call.
Kepa play one game. How catastrophic will
But
be?
I can't take any criticism, even though I'm statistically the worst goalkeeper in Premier League history. I'm good.
Lewis,
I want
man.
him to get another minute.
Lewis, I'm glad you came on, man. Yeah, you never let me down, bro. You're very important to me. Make sure you guys subscribe.
Why does this guy get Arsenal ahead of us? Get off my screen, man. One sec.
What are we
I had
playing
the
now?
Southampton game on, these bastards won, and now they're ahead of us.
I don't want to see the table. I don't want to see the table.
Are we
I don't want to see the table. I don't want to see the table.
Are we 10th?
I
What?
don't want to see the table.
Hidden season. Let's do this.
Now, with a game in hand, if we win tomorrow, we're back above them. We're back above Southampton. We got to quit worrying about what other clubs are doing. Right now, the only club we need to be worried about is us, because
for sure.
that's where our energy needs to be. It doesn't matter who's doing what.
Yeah,
We
but
need to get on a winning form, win our next 4 or 5 games, and all that goes away.
no,
You're right.
100%.
You're right, man.
100%. But Arsenal were like 9 points behind us, man. I'm a bit annoyed with that, man. It's embarrassing, bro.
So, future prediction: the new manager after David Moyes will be Frank Lampard, and he will get Mount and Rice together.
He might go Sheffield United, bro. Just saying.
He's not going to Sheffield United. They're going to get relegated this year.
Yeah, you never know. They might turn up against Chelsea, man. Lewis, I never spoke to you about these topics in the title, obviously. Marquinhos, Chelsea.
I'm not sure how legit that one is. I just feel like we're now getting linked with as many PSG players as possible. So I do have to wait and see with that one. I'd take him.
One more thing.
Go on.
I got a preview of Younes tomorrow about 11, 12ish.
AM
I don't know if you're AM.
If I'm up, send me the link. If I'm
Shout
up,
me.
I'll jump in.
Show me, yeah. Carry on,
But,
carry on.
like, that sort of time, I promise absolutely nothing. But if I'm up, I'm up.
Go on, carry on, G. So Marquinhos, obviously, you're saying wait for it, basically, just see what's happening.
Oh, is that one for me?
Yeah.
Sorry. Say that again. Sorry.
So you're saying basically just see what the squad's made out of first after a couple of games.
See what the squad's made out of first, but same way, see how legit these rumors are. I haven't really got too much to make of these ones. I'm expecting us to get linked with Verratti next. Just be typical.
I mean, Marquinhos was close to joining Chelsea like a couple of years ago, man. I think it was like
but
deadline day or
close
something.
how close was that to actually happening?
Deadline day, bro. Close.
No, I mean that's close to deadline day, but how close was the transfer to actually happening?
No, not anywhere near still. But
Yeah, I wouldn't make too much of it. I'll take him, quality defender, but I don't really know how legit these rumors are yet.
I'm
Just
the
look
one
at
who-
it.
you know, sounds
so
good.
what's the prediction? Where do we want to finish at the end of the season? We'll go one by one.
Top
obviously.
3 and I
Stop.
want a trophy.
Okay, cool.
My
Father,
standards haven't changed.
Top 3 and trophy, yeah. 100%.
Justice.
Same.
So everyone wants top 3 and trophy.
Why is our standards changing?
Bro,
We're 4
I'll
points.
be
off
I'll be
fourth.
over the moon with top 4, bro. Just top 4 for me. I'll be very happy for.
We're Arsenal.
So would I, but I'd take top 3 more because that's what we originally wanted from the start of the season. We still, if anything, I'm not going to say too much about it. We are only 11 points off the top of the table, and it's Manchester United that are top of the table. So
No, I swear
anything
City
can
are first
change in
now.
these 19 games.
City are
Anything
first,
can
I swear.
change. What?
City are first. City.
City first now.
I think they
Yeah,
are.
I think
Oh,
they
so it's 12 points. My
Game
points
in hand.
not stands,
Game in
but
hand.
I have way more respect to Man City as a team than them lot. So yeah, but still, 12 points. A lot can change.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Tuchel now? Has he done a good job at Chelsea? Should he go now?
Oh shit! I thought you were being serious. I was about to say, what do you mean has he done a good job?
Yo, I don't tolerate racism on here, bro. What the hell, man?
No, what?
The guy was like, take the Chinese off, fam. What? That's very
Oh,
rude.
for goodness sakes.
By the way, look. Apparently, Pulisic might be injured, yeah? But he was
He
in
is
training
in.
today.
Pulisic and Kante are out.
He was in training. How does that work?
Yeah.
I don't know, but like it's just been reported now that him and Kante
What-
are out
what-
for the game. It's because
Is
the
that
pre-match press conference hadn't happened yet.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Well,
thought Mount was going to
Until-
ask a couple of questions.
Until before that happened, we can speculate that he's out. Literally, like.
So Kante's out, Pulisic's out. Someone was saying in the comments going to be Mount and Billy in the middle, fam. 4-2-2-2.
we're gonna get
What?
smashed if that happens.
Yeah, I can't lie.
There's a comment saying we should sign Wang Hee-chan from Leipzig.
What?
I don't know if he's
Are you
serious.
mad?
Man, use
I
them
think
for
he's taking the pick. He's taking the mic. All right, listen, guys. This guy is 11 years old. Okay, he's very serious about Zappacosta. He said Zappacosta has done nothing wrong. Why is he not in this Chelsea squad? So,
'Cause he's
Jared, I
done
want to ask
nothing.
you. bro.
because he's mid.
He's nothing. He's not even good enough to start where he's at. And he's
Exactly.
on loan. Is he playing? He's playing in Syria. Is he playing? Who's he playing for now? It was Roma last year.
Genoa or something. Or something.
Genoa. He's not
Yeah.
even playing for a good team in Syria. Nope.
Sorry. No, not his
Come
general.
on.
Who? I'll say he is. He's playing with Genoa. Also.
Yeah, he is. I was tweeting.
He is. I agree. Zappacosta's a gem, and Victor Moses bring them back. I mean, 3-5-2. You never know, bro.
Zappacosta
Like,
was so bad. I wanted Moses to start more in Conte's second season. Moses was shocking too.
did Moses really get a chance though? I don't think he got a chance.
Neither
The
one of
guy
them
was
can
our number
defend.
one right wing back for 2 seasons straight.
No, second season, I didn't think he got a chance, bro.
Nah, if I remember, he played most of the season there. You just wouldn't remember him because he was average. Didn't do
He's
anything except hit the first mat in every game.
Yeah. Danish Maldini to start tomorrow, guys. Probably.
Damn right. Hopefully in DM.
All right, cool.
I can,
Very
I,
quickly,
can, I can name one starter for tomorrow. Thiago
go
Silva.
on.
He'll start
Are you
because
sure?
he knows the manager, and he'll know what, he'll kind of be able to coach on the field.
I think he's going to surprise us. And put names that we wouldn't have expected, like Christensen, Rudiger, Alonso, Kepa, Jorginho. Like, I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying some of these guys will start tomorrow. There's going to be a few surprises, man.
No, one
Well,
or two for sure. One or two for sure.
I
Not all
said in
of
the beginning, and you were on another person's stream. I don't know if it was Lewis's. I think it was Lewis's.
Yeah, losers.
That I predicted that he would start a midfield 2 of Jorginho and Kovacic.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
And I don't like Jorginho, and I still think he's going to play tomorrow.
yeah, I feel like Jorginho is going to have a important few weeks at Chelsea, in my opinion. It's going to be a bit surprising, but we shall see what happens, man. Get them snakes out of the club. We don't really know who the snakes are, man.
Okay, so
Rudiger,
Biggest is the-
Kepa, Alonso.
I don't think Rudiger's
I'm
a
still
snake.
not buying the Rudiger thing.
I
bro.
think he
I'm
is.
not buying it.
There's been more rumours coming out about Rudiger than any other player.
What
the
now?
last 24 hours.
What happened now, bro? What happened now?
What, you haven't seen the stuff from Carefree Youth?
Oh, come on, man. They're pushing it hard, man. They're
But
pushing it
how
hard.
do you change within a couple of days from being a well-respected person in the camp and a good role model for the young players to eventually be a good,
Exactly.
how it just
But I
changes
want to
once.
hear what young players, because it's easy to say you're a role model for some and then you're a bully towards others. I do want to hear the full facts, but fact is it's looking more damning on Rudiger than any other player.
But
Bro,
wasn't
he's on
Lampard
the
saying it, though?
he's on
Wasn't
the
Lampard-
program. He's on the match day program for tomorrow's game, bro. Like, I'm telling you, there must be something else going on because there's no problem with this guy, bro.
Guy's on the program, but guy's also meant to be cool with Tuchel and was meant to be apparently tapping him up before Lampard got sacked. So, for all we know, we hear all these rumours, he might start tomorrow. That still won't mean anything in my mind. I just want to hear the full facts.
you'll never get them. You'll never get the full facts because
Yeah, you'll never get it,
the
man.
journos that reported all this, they're not going to give up their sources, and that's what I'm saying. This is hearsay. You can't take this to court. The court's going to go away. Bring me some proof. So that's what I'm saying. Until you show me proof that Rudiger was in there undermining. First of all, a player cannot undermine a manager. A manager can undermine himself by treating players like crap, which also has been reported, that he froze players out. And I can tell you from last year, I want to say when Christian wasn't playing in the beginning of the season, he was interviewed and they asked him if he had talked to Frank about, or Frank has talked to him about what he needs to improve on to get into the team. And he said, no, not really. So Frank has a history of not talking to players. And if I'm your employee and you're my boss and you won't talk to me and tell me what I've done wrong or what I can do to improve, eventually I'm going to your boss, because that's the way things work in real life. If you don't get satisfaction from your boss, you go to his boss. That's the way it works. And so if that happened, that's only on Frank Lampard, because you can't have a 5-minute conversation for somebody who's been here for 2 or 3 years. Even if you don't like him, you don't want him to play, at least say, look, you're not in my plans. I'm not going to play you. But if you can't even give him that, just not talk to him.
Yeah.
And I can't say that's true either, because, again, all we have is take the journalist's word on it. I don't believe anything they put out.
I don't believe it either.
They're out there for the clicks. And look what they've done to the fan base. They've just divided it right down the middle. Those people who wanted Lampard to stay, it's the players. Those people who wanted Lampard out, oh, see, I told you. Look, the player didn't even want him there. You have to.
No, I agree.
Something
I
like
agree.
that. Give some context. Give some sourcing on that.
I'll definitely say Lampard does take most of the blame on this. I'm not saying it was completely all the players. Also, I do agree with you on the fact that there is massive agendas in all sorts of media. I do think a lot of the stuff that was said in there probably was overhyped to an extent, but I also think there's a little bit of truth in a lot of what was said as well. We are speculating on it regardless. We do have to just wait and hope that some other more information comes out. But from what we've seen, there's 5 names that have been put out by multiple sources. And whether they're completely true on what's happened, there's something along the lines of what's happened. That's what I think it is.
I mean, it's no surprise that Lampard hasn't gone back yesterday and said goodbye, because apparently he said it after the Leicester game and thanks for trying. So that was kind of his last words to them. So maybe there are stuff, and I think the times that it's gonna come out is when he does his own book and that. You know, when they make their own book and they open up a bit more. That's when you're probably going to hear it. You don't want to be hearing it anytime soon. So
I've never read somebody's autobiography where they slate themselves in their book. So you're only going to get,
You
kitty
told
cats and
Mount said
rainbows.
something in his autobiography.
what we got here? Pele. Should we sign Pele, guys?
Yeah. Dig him up.
What else we got here? We call Danny Drinkwater. Guys, ask some serious question, please. Serious questions.
We call Danny Drinkwater. Dude got injured in a swimming pool.
Uh,
How do you get injured in water? That's hard. You got to work at it. I mean, credit to him. Getting hurt.
Is this true? First interview dropped. It can't be at this time. Surely not.
No,
I'm sure it'll be a late one. If the Kante and Pulisic news has only just come out now, it must have been off a presser.
He looks serious.
That's probably on the app, bro. One of the Lee Parker or something trying to.
Yeah, I might have a look.
I'm just trying to
What
see.
do you man think about Kai and Timo potentially playing up front together, though?
I can't wait.
Yeah,
Everyone's going to pay for their Werner and Havertz slander, and it's going to be beautiful cashing in.
agree.
Would you like that? Would you like to see that 2 up front or 1 behind the other?
I'd like to see Havertz behind Werner, but I could also take Havertz as a centre forward. That'll work nicely for me too.
Sure, but with that,
Bruv, I just want them to do well, and I just want to get onto rival fans again. And it's been a while.
It's been a minute still.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well,
I don't see anything on Twitter about a presser or anything interview.
It might be from a journalist or someone posting it. Definitely, that's what they do. Chelsea, you know how Chelsea are. Chelsea post everything a day late or something like that. Please, what happened to Kante? Anyone explain?
Kante's just out again with the same hamstring injury. That's about it.
No, he's unsettled as well. Apparently, he needs to be persuaded to stay long term.
Apparently, based on the fact that a lot of things have been changing over the last few years, which he doesn't like. But I don't really believe that too much either. Like, when's N'Golo Kante been anything except for content, just with life? So, well, I don't really believe this. N'Golo Kante of all feeling unsettled. All right, I'll believe when I see it.
Well, I know he had issues in regular life, in real life, not football life, with the pandemic.
Yeah,
Because I think he lost a brother. He's lost a brother, a couple brothers to health issues, and so there was talk last year about him not. I think he got extra time to come back.
Yeah.
So it could be that real life sometimes encroaches on your job, right? Everybody has that, and so maybe that's it. But I can see with the constant changing of managers and him being used in different roles that anybody likes consistency. Show up, do you know what you're going to be doing that day.
No, 100%, 100%. I mean, this pandemic has affected a lot of people, including Kai Havertz. He's not really been his best since coming back, of course. Where do you want to see Havertz play a lot more?
you know what? Yeah, of course you want to see Havertz as close to the as close to the box as possible, so he can, when we do cross it, he's there and he's there to link up with the striker. But to be honest, I'm not sure if Havertz's positioning has been his main problem this year. I think one of Havertz's problems, although everyone bangs on about he's an elegant player, he strides with the ball right to the tear, but he is a bit too lackluster on the ball. He needs to be more intense when he's on it, bro. He needs to move the ball up quicker, get those first 2-3 touches out quickly. And then as Tuchel said in the past, when his attackers loses the ball, he wants the team to squeeze them for the first 7 to 10 seconds of intense pressing to win that ball back. So I think the main thing with Havertz is getting his intensity up, and then I think that's how you lead to getting the performances better, because we've seen it a few times this season. He's been trying to dribble at the back, and then he gets caught in possession. They hit a counter attack. They scored from one against Southampton, and there's been a few situations where he's lost the ball in the middle of the park, and he's been too sluggish on it. So I think he's got to get the ball quicker and then move it quicker, rather than just taking too many touches and losing the ball, because you can't do that in the Prem. Obviously, he's going to learn. He's a kid, innit? But simple as that, bro. You can't do that in the Prem.
100%. I mean, it does take a bit of time to get used to, obviously. Drogba in, I don't know. I think we need to stay away from legends coming back anytime soon again, man. 100%.
Havertz has not played in his best position yet this year. Not one.
At the start of the season, we were playing him in the 10.
It's not his best position.
Huh?
You see him as a centre forward, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I back that. I've always wanted to see him in that position. I just don't really know where we fit all the other players in our squad around that to make it work too. But yeah, I agree with that. Havertz a centre forward. I've been a fan of that for a while now.
Wait, as a lone centre forward or with a partner?
Now with I'd play with a partner with Timo.
All right, yeah, because I don't think he'd be able to play lone centre forward, because one thing you definitely
He can play. He can do that in a certain position, in certain formations. He can.
But the thing is, yeah, you see with a striker, the one thing that you always need is a striker's instinct. And we've seen that with the likes of Martial, and what a difference Cavani makes to that Man United team. Because Martial, he's got no movement in the box. He's never there to pounce. He's never there on the rebounds. But Cavani, his movement in the box is ridiculous, bro. What he's brought to that United team this season, despite his age, the movement, everything, his striker's instinct, it's ridiculous, bro. And you see the difference in the striker, the level of striker between those two. The simple things like a striker's instinct, which I don't think that's why I don't think he can play that by himself.
Yeah, that's why I'm pushing a 4-2-2-2 and play Werner and Havertz together up top. I think you'll get the best out of them that way. And all this means is Mason Mount is going to get less playing time if you play that formation, because he's not playing one of the deep center mid roles, because he doesn't. I don't think he has the defensive chops yet to do something like that.
But saying that, out of our midfield options currently, would you not argue that he's better than Jorginho defensively, that he's better than Kovacic defensively? I'd say that he could be maybe a partner to Kante, because I don't see any of the other centre mids being better defensively than him. If you look against Leicester, he got the most combined tackles and interceptions on the pitch.
Yeah, I would say that I'm better than Jorginho on defense. So
yeah,
that's a
exactly.
very low bar. I just think that depending on the responsibilities that Tuchel wants, if he's playing the 4-2-2-2, what he wants from those two center defensive mids, how he wants them to play. Now, if he wants them to sit back a little bit more and not go forward as much, or if he wants one of them to go forward more and one of them to sit, so it's depending not only on the formation, but the responsibilities and tactics that you give each player on the pitch and how you want them to play in each situation. You could actually play Andreas Christensen at one CDM and drop him between the two center backs in defense or when they're attacking. And then going forward, he would be an option because he does play a nice ball. He is a ball playing defender. So you could play Christensen there for the height and the physicality and play Mount off him. You can play Kante off of him. And that would be the best, because Kante then would have free reign to go out and break up play, press, and start attacks like that way. It's just depending on how he wants to set up the team and how he wants each position to play.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we'll have to move on from that subject. I know you guys had a very, very wonderful time. They've got a super chat donation from Terence. Thank you for that, my friend. Do you think with Mendy in goal last season, we would have challenged for the title? We'll start with Lewis. What do you think?
Wouldn't have challenged for the title, but we'd have definitely finished second. I already said we were a goalkeeper away from finishing second in the league table. had the second least shots conceded the entire season. But we had the goalkeeper with the worst save percentage in the Premier League history, not even just in the space of one season. So that's the only reason why we kept dropping points, because we had a hologram in the goal. So I'm cool. Yeah, any average goalkeeper, we would have finished second. The quality in that league was dreadful from second place onwards. So we would have definitely had the consistency. And that would have been mad itself to say Frank Lampard would have taken us to second in his first season. But yeah, that would have happened.
What do you think, Father, as well, man? Agree?
Yeah,
Cole?
I think without the transfer ban last season, I reckon any goal. I agree with what Lewis said. Any goalkeeper can do much better at Chelsea than Kepa. Without transfer ban.
Yeah, I won't say we would have contended for the title, but we would have finished second. I think Liverpool still run away with it.
Yeah.
Is that due to how well we played or how bad the league was?
How bad the league was as well. Yeah, but also that does take us into account, but we're saying we'd be more consistent with a goalkeeper. I just don't think we would have been near the level of Liverpool. Like, Liverpool were pushing 100 points that season. And their form before the last 10 games was a madness. So, yeah, I still don't think we would have gone near them. What are you going to say?
If you look at the stats, didn't we concede the second least shots on target last season after Man City? But then because Kepa's save percentage was so horrible, we ended up. So I think it's a bit of both in it. The league wasn't too good last season, but also we weren't that bad. So I think we could have actually finished second, not made a push for the title, but for sure we could have finished second last year.
The only one I would put Kepa over in the Premier League is probably Ramsdale, because he's pretty awful too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still not sure compared to Kepa. He literally concedes with 1 out of every 2 shots if you're lucky.
Yeah. I know you're not going to get an argument. I was just making a joke because Ramsdale, they went from Henderson to Ramsdale. That's pretty much another reason they're getting relegated. So.
Yeah. Guys, my internet connection's bugging out at times, so if I go a bit quiet, just take over and drop some questions in. I think he'll win his first game. Well, hopefully he does. Can you not still hear me, or is my connection still bugging out?
No, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, because sometimes it's lagging out for some reason. So apologies about that, man. If you sign a centre back like Marquinhos, what happens to tomorrow loan ends? Well, if AC Milan wanna buy him, they have the right to buy him. There's a buy option there for a reason. They can agree to it.
Again, this is the thing, Sadiq. We've seen this in the past when we're sending our players on loan. And the history that happened in the past with Chelsea Football Club is the fact that after the loanees coming back to this club eventually, at the end of the day, like, the board's gonna cash the loanee out, like he's gonna be sold at the end of the day. That's my issue.
Yeah. I mean, do you expect him to be that good though?
Who?
Tomori.
Rory. I think with different club, I think he could be that good. But I think with Lampard managing last season, I don't know, man. It's hard to say that is he good in that. It's hard to say.
Early to judge. Still young. Honestly, man, I think my internet's bugging out for some reason. It's really, really annoying. Your screens, are buffering on my screen. They're just buffering.
You're not lagging.
It's calm.
Bare confusing. I'm like, am I still
don't worry,
here?
you're not freezing or nothing. You're still clear.
Yeah.
Calm. Apparently, the training video is on the Chelsea website. I don't know if I could show it on YouTube. I might get banned for it. Maybe.
Do demonetized
or something, and you might be.
Yeah, you're gonna get demonetized.
Do it on a share screen and just mute it, and you should be good.
I'll check it out.
What
else we got here?
I guess I'm the only one that doesn't rate Tomori.
Oh, come on, man.
That goal against Wolves, that's so banging.
No, I'm interested. Go on. I want to hear this.
So, for one, he is not good in the air. So if you're going to play him in a 2, he can't. He already has that fault. Okay. 2, he's not very physical. So you have a guy that's not that physical, that can't play in the air, and you're going to play him in a pairing with somebody else. So that somebody else has to make up all of those qualities that he lacks. So now you're putting all the pressure to cover for him on the other center back, which means in a double, you're actually making the pairing worse. And there's a reason he is the age he is at and was playing at Derby. There's a reason. If you think that we put him there just because of some stupid reason, you're wrong. You know, there's windows. You always talk about windows of to get into the squad. If you miss your window and he's missed his window, it's time to move him on, because we have Mark Gurhey out there, who I think is going to be fantastic.
Mhm.
We have Mbiamba, that's supposed to be the next big thing. I've never seen him play, so I can't really say. I've seen a highlight video. I didn't tell you anything. I want to see their worst plays, but more than their best plays. That tells me more. So unless we're going to go back to a back three where you can play a pacey right or left center back and pair them with two bigger, more accomplished center backs, like we did Azpiliecueta in the three, that's where I see him, is more of a three, not in a two. So it depends on the system we're going to have. In a two, sell him on, bring in somebody better. We're trying to win titles, not get top four.
Interesting. I mean, very interesting case. Weirdly, the only thing that sticks to me though is that Maldini fucking rates this guy, and he sees a huge amount of potential.
Sorry, that's
Oh
me.
my
He's very
days.
brilliant chance.
That's my phone. My mum's calling me, so I'll be back.
Is that your ringtone?
Yeah.
Mad.
Wait. Sorry. We've completely fallen off the topic, but the Willian chant is man's ringtone. I can't be asked.
What's the plot, fam?
For goodness sake. But yeah, Tomori. He is rated in the Italian league, but there is a much slower intensity to that league. So if you're saying all of that doesn't suit him, he might be more suited to a slower league that might work to more of his strengths, maybe. Is that what you're
but then
thinking?
my argument to that though is, in what way did Tomori deserve to get taken out the side? Like, he never had a bad patch of games, and he never really showed major frailties in his game to deserve to be taken out of the team.
I think he was taken out for injury. Also, he had a mistake every game that I watched him. There was a bad pass. There was a ball played wrong. All I'm saying is the coach that brought him through didn't play him. There has to be some reason, unless we're just going to say that it's all on Lampard. If the coach that brought you through will not play you, it's either the player or the coach. So it can't be, it's got to be one of the two. Is it the player that was not progressing like he should have? Did we see the best of Tomori and there's nothing else above that?
But bro, Maldini loves the guy, G.
Okay, great.
No, it's
That's
not great.
fine.
It's not great, bro. It's a legend of the game in that position. If it was someone else, I'd be like, cool, great. But
And Frank was a legend at his position.
yeah, but it's not
You
same
know how that
position.
turned out.
Yeah, Maldini
Just
of the
because
game.
Just because you're a legend at playing doesn't mean you know squat about talent, squat about coaching.
But same position though. It's same position. Lampard's not the same position as Tomori.
But I can't lie, I think the whole Tomori thing, not playing this season, is more a thing of the squad rotation, player power, etc. Because
Yeah.
he tried to offload Rudiger in the summer. No one wanted him. The only people were dashing out loans for him. We don't want to do another loan with options to buy because we barely get any sales from those. So then he had to basically, Tomori was sacrificed to bring Rudiger back into the team because of the player power that he has in the club, bro. And we've seen this now from
He
reports.
doesn't have player power. Come
No,
on.
but Come on, though. But
You think Marina's going to go, you know what, Rudiger, you're right. Let's change up everything.
Yeah,
think
because he got
Marina's
them
gonna
Kai
do that?
Havertz and Timo Werner.
then why were we
Get
trying to
him
get him
Kai
gone?
Havertz
Why were we trying to get Rudiger gone in the summer? Then why did we want to sell him?
Who wanted to sell him?
Chelsea. We tried to offload him. Tottenham only offered the loan. PSG only offered the loan. No one wanted to buy him outright, but we wanted to get him gone.
Was that Frank's call or the board's?
Well, according to reports, it was Frank's.
Okay, that's why he didn't go. It wasn't the board's call. The board runs our transfers, not the coach. And that was a big contention. That's already come out. Frank constantly bugging him to get Declan Rice was one of the main things that broke the relationship between him and Marina. That's what was reported.
Yeah, but just as the defense that we have, excluding Tomori, they make way more mistakes than Tomori. Like they make 100 times more than Tomori.
You see with the passing thing, he makes a mistake a game. You know, teams literally make a tactic to press Zuma onto his back foot because he's not that good on the ball. So if you want to talk about defensive giving away passes, that's natural. That's going to happen in football. It's not any reason to banish a guy from the team and not let him play any minutes this season against teams like Krasnodar at home once we're already through in the Champions League.
Yeah, it's a bit harsh.
You're asking me to defend our center backs? Really?
yeah,
You
because
you want me to defend. I said at the beginning of the season, we have nothing but number twos. You have no number ones.
yeah, of course. But what I'm trying to say is those number twos have made more mistakes than the number threes and the fives.
For sure.
Because they played more.
Because they played more.
Because they played more, they've made more mistakes. So get rid of them all. Okay, I'm fine with that. You want to say they're not good enough? Tomori's better? Well, if Tomori's better, then Rudiger, Zuma, and Christensen should be moved on. Lewis doesn't think that Tomori's better than Christensen. Am I wrong?
I prefer not really not to speak, but I agree with what Jess has said. But I prefer really not.
He's like, I'm going quiet on this one. He's like, no, I didn't hear that. I got you. That's all right. I'll stay alone.
The remontada will be televised under Thomas Tuchel. Just you watch. DM or centre back, Christensen is inevitable. Just wait.
This guy.
Hmm.
No, I would love to see him play CDM. I really would.
I know he's still not exactly the most physical of players, but he'll be more physical and he'll be more of a presence in the air than any of our DMs are right now. So I'd take that. And plus, he is still good enough on the ball to make it work. Does still need to get stronger, though. I get that. A couple gym sessions here and there would help, but in time.
No, Christian Sugar, he could have something at DM. He could.
Yeah, I hope we see this because I know Tuchel's flexible like that, and he likes to try players in different positions that would actually work and not continue with them if it doesn't work. So yeah, I'm interested to see if this works out.
Hey Sadiq, did you see Mount in the training session?
Nah, I've only seen like one clip of the training session so far.
I saw the pictures that they released, and I didn't see Mount in any of them.
No, guy's probably
Mount's finished.
I'm not saying. I'm just asking a question here, man.
Mount's finished.
I don't think he should start every game.
I prefer not to speak.
No, I'm gonna get with David on this. Y'all know David, right? He's always on Football Terrace.
Yes, David. Yep. He's probably loving life right now.
Dude has a smile so big you could see it from outer space right now.
That's why it's going to be bigger when he sees the lineup tomorrow.
I don't know if Mount will play tomorrow or not.
I doubt he will unless we play free in midfield. That's the only way I see him getting into the team.
And you know, the thing that could have been my big bone of contention with Frank was you were making Mount the talisman of the club with better talent in the club. You made the system work for Mount because you wanted Mount to succeed. Because I'm a father, I have a son, and I always wanted my son to do things that I never did, or to do things that I did, because you're a father, you want your son to be like you. So really, when I say Mount is Frank's son, it's because that's how Frank treated him.
Mm.
Even if he wasn't on form, he was going to start because Frank saw himself in Mount. So to his detriment, or the detriment of the new players that came in, we played a system so Frank could get the best out of Mason Mount.
Yeah, and has basically done it at the detriment of 5 other players.
Yep.
I'll say that it was probably... I will open that a bit more and say we played a formation that was best for the academy players. Because I do think it got the best out of Tammy Abraham in that position other than with the aerial threat. But that's still his own issue that he needs to overcome himself. Reece James as well got the best out of him. Well, I'll say Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi barely even played, but he looked promising when he did play. Who else?
Gilmore looked good in that system too. Playing
Yeah,
at the
but
base of it.
then Jorginho went and got involved, and then Jorginho started getting extra game time in the DM role. But that's more on the board.
I wouldn't mind even seeing, actually, now that you said his name, Reece James playing at CDM.
Oh,
I
but
think that would
Azpi
be
at right
madness.
back, man. No one wants to see Azpi at right back. Come on, man.
that's the thing.
He's so finished. He's finished, man.
Again, it's tactics. You could tell Aspie not to go forward and stay back and have James move from a CDM role out to do the crossing. Again, it's all about how you want those players to play. You could do it. Or you could next year or the summer you could look for a new right back and make James a CDM. Because the guy's a tank. He's like a middle linebacker. He's built. I won't say unit because in my country, unit means penis. So when you guys say that guy's a unit, I'm like, dude, you just call that guy a dick?
That's mad.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't have
like
it down for that.
you didn't know that, huh?
What's interesting, you look, yeah, that in one of the training videos, Tuchel was working on patterns of play when Reece James was crossing it in and Tammy and Werner were both running in together. So potentially them two up front together.
So did your mum ring again, Fatter?
So are we saying that we played a 4-2-2-2 against who in the hell did we just play in the FA Cup? Luton Town.
Luton.
Because Frank knew he was done, and that's the system that that Tuchel wants to play.
No way.
No, I imagine that. They said Lampard will give you one last game, but Tuchel's basically managing. You can just stand there.
No, that's the biggest violation. No way,
That would be madness.
That is the
I just
biggest
asked the question. I'm not saying that's what happened. But if you're going to see Tammy and Werner up top, that's exactly what Frank did in the last game.
Yeah.
Oh, Tammy.
Each other at all playing together. Yes, it worked for Tammy, but if you looked, a lot of the times they were making the same runs. They were in the same. They weren't 2 feet from each other, and that's really easy to defend. You can put one defender on 2 people. So you have to have 2 different types of forwards. You have to have one that's going to play more of the false 9 role, hold up the ball, and start the attack.
Oh, you man seen Tammy Abraham's tweet?
What?
No, I didn't see it.
Boom!
Mad.
Boom! Finished!
Right, I will send here live on stream and say I apologize for all previous slander on Antonio.
Finished.
Name.
I'm sharing that
my
now. I'm sharing it now.
Mad. What going?
That law, all of them are mudded. He said
Tammy
Abraham just said it's nonsense. He's just said it's BS straight up.
Love it, bro. What did I tell you? Lewis, I told you, bro.
Mad.
Lewis, I told you, bro.
Cool.
I told you.
Nah, come, I'll take it. Cool. That is mad.
That's
That is
crazy.
mad.
You know? Hey, Lewis, you know why it's mad? Yeah, Carl once in 2016, yeah, that Oscar and Diego Costa had a fight, and then Oscar quote tweeted him. He's like, I don't know who's reporting this nonsense, but me and Diego Costa have never fought. So he's done it twice now.
Yo, this is crazy.
Mad.
I forgot I'm on live, but I sent for Matt Lover. I don't give a shit, fam.
crazy, bro. And man was trying to get onto that Christian folk guy, like, don't involve me in your nonsense and that. That's a vibe.
That's
And
crazy.
now we need to have a question about everybody then.
Yep.
Because if this is one that's just come out as BS, now I've got questions about all 5 of them.
Mate,
Me too.
it's done. It's done. It's done. That's
Mad. That shocked me, you know. Okay, well,
That's hard.
That's that video for tomorrow sorted. Rudiger is innocent.
I backed him.
Who
as
else
well.
is
Nah.
innocent?
You're not following him. You're not following him. You're not following Tony, dude.
I don't follow any of them.
Why?
Cause I don't. I always see them on my page anyway. Look, I'm not following any of them. Look, I follow Rudiger now, though, and Tammy for that.
Color you out live stream here. Follow this man.
Oh, guys, that's a bit mad still, man. That's a bit mad still.
I told you it was fake news. They were covering for their boyfriend or their man crush. That's what it was.
So what? You think this is a big Lampard cover-up?
Yeah, 100%. Matt Law loves Lampard. G.
Mad.
I was telling you, bro, take it with a pinch of salt, bro. I knew it.
Yeah,
That's
we won't
crazy.
say.
Oh, no. Rudiger bullied him. He told him
Oh
to do
yeah,
it.
that's what it was.
Oh my gosh! Right, that's
Yeah.
actually throwing me off. What the fuck? Fair
Nah,
play
real
to
talk,
Tammy
man.
for coming out and ending that. Cool.
Big up
Yeah,
Tammy. Tammy Abraham, if you're watching this, I respect you, bro. Like, I respect you. Deserve to start in front of all strikers now, innit?
Huh? All strikers, huh? Hope we play with forwards then.
Bruv, I'm just happy Tammy saw that, man. What? Aspi tweeted as well. What? Let me.
Nah.
That's what the comments are saying, G.
Bro,
Let me see.
I told man, take it with a pinch of salt, man.
Oh, he put a picture up. Nah, they're taking the piss. No, they're taking the piss. Let me see this. They're taking the piss. You, man. Nah, it's a big L.
Oh my days!
Crazy.
It's a big L. It's a big L tonight, you, man.
Do you think they probably plan to do this at the same time? Because it's after like late training and shit. So they're probably still in Cobham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this is both coming at the same time, this has definitely been planned.
Look, I'm
Yeah.
gonna send for them again, though. Still.
I'm sorry though, but if you're a journalist and you put that story out and your sources are not really sources and you're just saying I have sources, you should be ashamed of yourself. Actually, not YouTube, but Twitter should ban them for a few days for incitement, because all the hate that man got because of their reporting, if it's not true, somebody needs to hold him accountable for that BS.
100%. 100%, fam.
I gotta go back to work.
So basically, everyone in the comments are confused. Let me just explain to you guys. Obviously, a lot of sources have come out today saying Rudiger was bullying the youth, was, you know, one of the reasons why Lampard got sacked and went to the board and stuff. I didn't believe it whatsoever. Obviously, it is our job to kind of talk about it and discuss about it, of course. But now we have players backing Rudiger, showing love to him, saying it's fake news. It's end of story, fam. Like, I'm not talking to Lewis, by the way. I'm just saying in general, by the way. Everyone that actually slated him and put rude comments on his Instagram and stuff, you lot better repent, fam. You lot better show him some love.
But I've already subbed it. I'll put the apology up for everything I said on the streams about Rudiger, but we're not saying any actual BS or any slander or anything like that.
Yeah. Of course. All the comments that I saw on his Instagram and that was peak.
Yep. I gotta go back to work, guys.
Just to take care, bro.
Y'all have a good one. And
Take care,
Chelsea, we gotta get that W tomorrow. Can't let those
100%.
Arsenal
I'm
people.
right.
Enjoy the
100%.
Hudson-Odoi masterclass.
Hey, I'll be the first one to stand up and applaud if the man puts in a masterclass. I'm all about Chelsea winning.
Nah, I'm playing, bro.
I know, bro. Y'all take it easy. Have a good night.
Take care.
Take care, bro.
I'm just looking through all the quote tweets and the comments.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it now, bro. Like,
This is
it's
mad.
mad. It's mad.
Mad.
Playing devil's advocate here, do you think the club have asked them to do this potentially?
Maybe. Don't get me wrong, maybe. But then that
Like,
kind of
it's gonna
puts.
be now trying to find excuses to turn it back around the other way. But I'm just thinking, like, let's look at it from more ways because everything comes with an agenda. Not just the articles, but the tweets as well. They always come with an agenda too. Maybe if we're looking at it from the other way around, has the club asked them to put those tweets out to try and quieten any rumors about any player power around the club? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point, but you have to think
as
about
far
it.
as it looks like everything's good, and you know what? I'm happy for that because it beats us all beefing in the fucking training ground like it's really sounding like. And it's better than us thinking like the senior players are actually bullying the youth players, which is the way it was made to come out 24 hours ago. But yeah, looking at it from another point of view, do you not think that there's a possibility of the club asking them to do this?
Can they really do that though?
Bro,
You can ask them, not tell them, but you can ask.
maybe, with everything that's happening in the club right now, the Lampard, the divide for the fans and whatnot, yeah, it is a possibility, to be honest. Let's not say it's not, but nah, I doubt it, bro. I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with this. If it means the team's
'Cause,
actually
bro, you know why?
problem, cool.
Yeah, it doesn't add up, especially with Lampard was saying before, like, oh, he's a big leader in the dressing room, whatnot. It didn't make sense to me, bro. It didn't make sense.
Yeah, a lot of it didn't really make sense because I was looking at when it initially came out, I was like, why'd you start them? But that's why I was looking like now was the board telling them to make them start the players. And it was like the board was backing the players over the manager again. That's what it was looking like. And that was easier to believe because we've seen that happen before numerous times where the club goes for the players instead of the manager. So it just looked like the same old cycle.
For sure.
Oh boy, I mean, it was a pleasure to see that happen live. You know what I mean? Something.
Yeah.
I saw the comments say it. The comments are saying it like, "Oh, check his tweet, check his tweet." I thought they were just gassing. You know when they gas it, like they just say, "Check it, check it." Nothing there. But Tony's under pressure. They're all arguing. Tony stole Azpi's.
Man said you won't get it back till tomorrow. I need the tweet to bang first.
You know what I'm saying, fam? Club can ask the players to do it. They don't have to have a public statement to do it. It's a low-key shot and tactic. But then again, why would Tammy and Azpi do it? If it was Hudson-Odoi,
I understand because they were rumored to be beefing each other.
Yeah. That's fine.
Tammy don't really understand as much. They could have just asked a random player to do it, and it was Tammy. But again, that's just massive speculation. I really don't know why.
yeah. I mean, it's peak still. It's peak. What time is it, fam? It's like 11, no? Is it past 11 yet? It's crazy, fam.
Nearly there.
I can see Tuchel being a success. Okay. Rudiger defo had Lampard on strings, though. Don't get twisted, but all this hate is nonsense. He's a baller that wants to play. Jeez. Baller, yeah? Mad. Leonard Kepa. Kepa starting tomorrow, lads. It's confirmed, by the way. Havertz, how was training, bro? Let me know.
Yeah, and how many assists are you thinking of racking up tomorrow? Let us know too.
Let us know. Bro, how many likes are we getting this video, fam? I want over 200 you, man. How many, man? 188 you, man. Look, hey, push it to over 200 likes, man. It's free, bro.
Don't worry, I'm on my.
How about you, man? Move active. 12 more.
Come on, man. Click like you lot, but how are you 450 man on this? Subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification, subscribe to carefreelewis G as well. What are you on now? You're on like 20.5k subs, no? At least
20.2, I think.
You've been banging it as well, man. You lot go subscribe to his channel, carefreelewis G.
Yeah, stream
Make sure you
every
subscribe to my channel as well. Yeah, it's here every day, but obviously except for tomorrow, probably you're sleeping and the game. But
no, we'll have a Wolves preview out during the day. They haven't done one yet.
Say nine. You got 200 for me. I'm done believing we are a long-term project. I feel like idiot believing that nonsense after all the political BS that come out after the second.
I mean, all the political BS that came out the sacking still doesn't change the fact that Lampard was failing for the last 6 weeks.
For sure.
Like, I don't care about the sacking. Like, I'll be real. I'm kind of past it. I wasn't as depressed about Lampard being sacked nearly as much as Jose the second time. That was one of the most depressing days of my life. Past that, don't care too much. I've seen Conte
Just
leave
got-
after winning us the league. I've seen Sarri leave after getting abused by fans for literally no reason. I've seen Lampard leave as well. I don't care now. Managers come and go. It is what it is.
Just
Yeah, I
gotta
think
move
we've
on.
got
Like,
past that level, fam. We've got past that level.
And
Man.
also, I get it's Lampard, but please don't look past the facts. The football was dreadful. The football stunk. Like, all due respect to the player and the legend that is Frank Lampard, but you know it weren't it. And you know if that was any other manager, you would have already wanted him out weeks before. So
100%, bro. 100%. You just gotta keep it moving now, man. Like, there was
Yeah.
always going to be a divide. There was always going to be a divide, especially on the day where it actually happened. There was always going to be big arguments. But now Tuchel's in, just back him in it, and just, let's see what he does in it.
one question I do want to ask as well. Now, yesterday we all said, "Oh, I imagine what it'd be like at grounds for the Chelsea Wolves game. Rudiger would be getting bare abuse, Werner, Havertz getting bare abuse." With this news that has now just come out, what do you think it would have been like at grounds? Because now it's just flipped on its head a little bit.
Because we know what the season ticket holders are like, bro. They definitely would have made some noise about this, and we know what they're like. But I don't know, man. I don't know if it'd be a direct thing of them actually like booing Tuchel or whatever. I think it would just be more of them going for the board and the fact that they still wanted Lampard to stay. But even that's a bit. Well, it's not what you'd expect as your first day as a manager on the job, innit? Like, you come in and they're still screaming a previous manager's name. It wouldn't be good for you settling, but the club knew exactly what they're doing, man. They took the situation as it is, bro. There's no fans in the ground. There's not going to be any uproar. So it's the best time to get him going and bring in a new man. Let this man develop for a couple of months and settle down. And by the time the fans get back in, hopefully he's got us in a better place, man. The club knew exactly what they were doing.
I think they used him as bait still. His peak. They used him as bait, 100%.
Who? Lampard?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Everything's a PR stunt, bro. Everything's a PR stunt.
The
It's actually
state
peak.
we were in after Eden Hazard left. Like, I
Yeah.
also love Maurizio Sarri, but I know that second season probably wouldn't have been anything near as Lampard's first season. That's
100%.
because of the other issues. No transfer ban.
No, ads 100%. 100%.
Yeah,
bro.
I
Do you not
can't lie.
think, yeah, but do you not think if Sarri was still at the club that we'd be in a good place right now?
No.
Sorry, here's the thing. I agree, but take the transfer ban out and we keep Eden Hazard, and I agree. I think because with how Maurizio Sarri was as a manager, he didn't really like changing things up too much. He also stuck to a specific 14 players, and that was it. I could just see Willian and Pedro starting every single match. Higuain would probably stay, and he'd be starting with us too. And I just don't rate the team that we would have at that time. I think Sarri's football could still take us somewhere.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I still agree. I still think first season Lampard would have done way more than Sarri would have in his second season. Any other squad, though, including the squad we have right now, yeah, put Maurizio Sarri with that team is ridiculous. But with the team we had by the time Sarri left, nah, no way. We would have been an absolute mess. And the fans wouldn't have given him nearly the amount of time that Frank Lampard would have had either. And that would have counted towards something as well.
Yeah,
You don't need toxicity, especially with half the Chelsea youth team being integrated into the squad. It's the last thing they need. So
Yeah.
I agree. I would have wanted Sarri to stay, but I understand the way everything's gone and I accept it too because it's worked out to our benefit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Safer ways as well. Big up yourself, man. You're lucky Tammy's messaged, and now I don't think you're a snake either. Otherwise, it would be peak.
Oh, Shady Nation. Shady Nation. I see your donations for Dammy, bro. The Grand Dam. So I invite him on here. Remember, he was getting on to Dammy. Bear,
You
this
don't believe
guy.
what you're saying. What does he mean by that? I actually don't even remember what I was just talking about.
About sorry. You guys have a small club mentality. You think we need Lampard, so tickets. You can't be serious.
Who's even talking about tickets?
I don't know, G, bro. I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
I think you must have misheard something. I can't lie. I don't even know what you're on about right now, man.
Yeah,
I'm saying I don't think Sarri would have taken us where Lampard would have taken us in that first
In the
season.
first season. Yeah.
Because Lampard also did really well with the squad he had, especially with Kepa.
It wasn't Sarri's whole thing about like properly implementing his system and like rigorously implementing it, as in like it's their second nature, like it's what they do on the pitch. So I don't know if
but you
it's,
also need quality players for it.
of course, but don't you think he'd eventually be forced into playing these kids?
You know, I don't think it would. I think the only way I'll give you that if the club forced him to play the kids, then maybe. But I could just see him ignoring the kids, to be honest, or maybe integrating them a bit slower than Lampard would have done, because Lampard really threw Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham, Zakaria Tomori all into the deep end and said sink or swim. He wouldn't. Sorry, wouldn't have done that. I also think we would have had David Luiz still at the club, and yeah, that back four again. Nah, I don't back that. How Sorry got that back five, 16 clean sheets in a season. Absolute miracle work.
I was telling you, bro, Rudiger and David Luiz that season.
Nah, it was the system though. I give more credit to Sarri though, because as individuals, these men still had mistakes all game. I was seeing disaster comps of every single one of that back four in multiple games. They were all making so many individual errors. It was just the system was good.
Sorry, I'm just chatting breeze on social media.
No, that is true, but the fact that Sarri got that back two to work with Jorginho and the DM, Azpi at right back and Alonso at left back, it's impressive to me. I think his defensive system was good. And you see with Lampard, yeah, one thing I've always rate him for is that he definitely left the club in a better state than he found it. And that's one thing that he done well to actually progress our club and put us in a better position than we were. So,
Liam Toomey's, what's that Liam Toomey tweet? Because Alfie Newman just put it up. Just
what was he saying? What's he saying?
His teammates are very aware of how dangerous the perception of him being in trouble for Lampard is for his future with the fans. So he's also pushing that agenda that it is the club asking him to do it.
Right.
Well, we will definitely be chatting about this on my channel tomorrow. I'm going to let the news simmer down and we'll chat about it all in the afternoon. But yeah, check out my channel because now I've just found my content for the day. Perfect. This is what I love about my club. We're never quiet. There's always a roller coaster. There's always something.
Let's read the comments, man, because the comments are very interesting to me. Some good points made that I want to share. Safe to say, Rudiger's teammates are very aware of how dangerous the perception of him being in trouble for Lampard is for the future with the fans. It's also a timely show of dressing room spirit, which can only be good news for Tuchel. Tam doesn't come across as a yes man, sorry, but I'm believing the players. Are you implying that this might be a PR move to ease tensions? Clickbait. I don't know, man. It looks like the journalists are trying to like send for these lot, fam.
Yeah, fam.
It's a sticky one still.
Nah, I still believe the players, man. I still believe the players, bro.
It's a sticky one still. It's a sticky one, you lot. You still believe the players?
Yeah, 100, bro. It's like I was saying before, that everything that came out in the media previously to this from the club itself, from the players and the manager himself, talking about how he's a good role model and that and leader in the dressing room, they don't add up to me, bro. I still believe the players.
Oh boy, that's still mad, man. Still mad. I mean, why did that happen at this time? What's the time? 11:09 G. Like, still mad.
Mad. Maybe all the players wanted to frank out. Rudiger led the charge.
Yo, stop spamming, man. I don't care about Nico Defense League, bro. Relax, fam. He's not coming with NDO, fam.
Pick up the Sadiq Defense League. SDL, rise up. Come on.
Yeah, you know what? Let's create a new thing, you lot. SDL. Let's do this. You're going to make one as all, Lewis? You're going to make one as all? LDL?
Nah, some guys try to drop that in the comment section, but I'll watch alongs anyway. Hopefully I'll see that. What time do you play tomorrow? Is it the 8 o'clock kickoff or the 6 o'clock?
6, fam. You're probably asleep, G. I don't know how you're gonna do. How you gonna do this pre-event sleep? How you gonna do it?
I'll do something at 2 o'clock or 3 or something like that. Sadiq, if you're about as well, give us a shout.
You know what? Listen. I gotta go to optician at 3, so I'm out from 2:30.
I hear that. Yeah, do what
if you're doing that at 2, I'm on.
Yeah, 2 should be calm. 2 should be calm. When you got a cut, just cut.
Say no more. Say no more. I think, yo, what's this? What's fam? Guy's taking the piss.
It's the deep cut.
That's taking the piss.
Oh, shit.
That's taking the piss. I lie.
Nah, minor.
Nah.
Minor, bro. Minor.
Rudiger out. Rudiger leave.
Rudiger in.
Now we
Rudiger.
still go for the Rudiger. Nah, I can't even make that run no more.
Rudiger hive, bro.
Man said Rudiger hive.
I'm
Oh,
gonna build
man.
it up. I'm gonna build it up.
Hey, all prop to Chelsea players goes on anyway. I ain't got nothing against that.
Rudiger hive, you lot, man.
I do Rudiger
So I'm
hive
just reading
and
everyone's
JT
tweets
hive
and
at
that, innit?
least.
I'm reading
Fucking
everyone's
hell,
tweets
how
and
many
that, man.
spammers are there?
They're
it's
spammers, G.
Someone's been asking about Alonso a couple times still.
Oh, why? Yeah, he hasn't left yet. Sorry, guys. Hopefully it's soon. And yeah, I don't even care. Rumors be true or not. Get Alonso out.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah, I want to see what the rest of these lot are saying.
My internet connection's bugging out, you lot, fam.
Nah,
It's
you're
pissing me
still
off.
clear,
Are you sure? Because my one
Yeah,
keeps
man.
freezing, fam.
That's man, you're calm, blood.
Yeah, I haven't noticed anything. No one else said it. If we
Yeah.
thought you were bugging out, we probably would have said in the private chat.
Oh, see. I'm just trying to get all these man to fucking like the video and all that, man. It's pissing me off, fam. Get him to 19k, you lot, fam. It might be my computer. Yeah, just as you're right. It might be my computer, man. It might be my computer. And this guy keeps spamming, man. T11 gamer, bro. Oh, he's getting banned as all. Relax, fam. The board can never emphasize that Kepa should start tomorrow. That'd be ridiculous. The most they can do is get him back to full form. So how'd you get it back to full form? You have to play him tomorrow, no?
Kepa's a lost cause, fan.
Kepa's back.
Lost cause, bro. Don't want to see him play.
Yeah, that's another one where it's done. Alonso and Kepa. I don't care if the rumors are true or not. Get out. First offer. Get out.
Yes,
Do
we're
what
expecting
Arsenal
top
done. Do what
4.
Arsenal done. Just let them go from their contracts, man.
Kepa's on probably like 5 years at the end of the season.
yeah,
It's actually so peak.
How are we gonna get rid of man, fam? What are we actually gonna do?
I can hear Lewis. How can you not hear him? I can hear him.
Yeah, that's probably on you still. But not you lot can hear me all good, right?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool. Where's this?
Fam, you know what? I think we've had a long stream, man.
Oh,
honestly.
today's just been another long day in general, man. Honestly.
Jerome, man, I invite you next time, bro. Next time, man's gonna end it, innit? Like, apologies, bro. You know what I'm saying? Line up for tomorrow. Listen, guys, I told you that tomorrow, 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. with Younes Talks Football. If Lewis wakes up, then that's perfect. If not, ads coming on anyway as well. So it's either a trio or quads thing like Call of Duty. So make sure you lot tune in onto this channel. Put a reminder, put your alarms on, whatever you got to do. Make sure you come on the preview because when we speak about everything, man, in depth. So yeah, Lewis, hopefully you can make it as well, man, because obviously you've been backing it for time as well. So
Yeah, I'll try and be up. No promises, but
you can come on. You can come on and jump off anyway, or come in between or something. It's minor if you're awake anyway.
Yeah, calm. I will do.
Listen, you lot. I'm gonna end the stream anyway. Father, thanks for coming on. I know you're busy on FIFA, but yeah.
Carefreelewis G, bro.
Everyone, man. I need to put in the title and shit as well. But if you search Carefreelewis G, I'll put in the comments for now. But yeah, go subscribe to his channel as well, man. He does streams every single day, and yeah.
Let's do this.
Just as you have to come on at 6 a.m, bro. It's a big boy video, so make sure you come on, man. But you lot, take care. like the video, subscribe, hit the notification, and we'll see you guys soon, man. Peace.